Then he now dash. So they shouldn't say, they shouldn't dash too. So I got into acquisition by not studying acquisition, but believing that Abraham owns portions everywhere. Abraham owns wealth everywhere. And since Abraham has gone, I am his representative now. I won't rob him of not having something. Poverty means robbing God and Abraham their portion of the earth. But you know what? I earn one of my highest income now from acquisition of asset, physical asset, because of what I did 20-something years ago. Within the week, I started a meeting where it was being discussed. I charged 100 million. It was saying, let's pay you 40, 50, because we are a government agency. We're a security agency, and you know, we are rendering services to the whole nation. So if you have done services to us that is meant to be 100 million, let us pay you 40 because we are serving the nation. I rendered services for acquisition for military whose property was taken by force. A person without uniform came and brought it back. And he's charging 100 million for the services. By knowing that Abraham has a portion everywhere, and nobody is meant to rob Abraham. If he has a valid son who is able to take the steps, from today, the portion of the earth that belongs to God under you will not be lost. Yeah. God has provision with your name on it. Can you give me Luke chapter 15 verse 17, please? Luke chapter 15 verse 17. Nobody is dashing your money, it's your money. Did you get what I'm saying? Yes. Nobody of them said to the father, Father, give me the portion of the goods that falleth to me. You know, some people don't know how to pray. You say they should pray, they'll be talking jaga, jaga, jaga. Give me what is mine. The smaller younger son came to the father of two boys and said, what? Father, give me the portion of your money that what? That falleth to me. There is a portion of Abuja that falleth to you. Yes. Don't allow any devil to take it. The younger son came to the father and said, Father, give me the portion of the goods that falleth to me. And the man did what? The man divided. Look, nobody is taking your own. It's you that is not one taking what is yours. It was divided. Yes. I don't look for small things because I know my father is not a small God. Yes. That will now have small things for me. The father divided his living according to the number of the children and gave to them. The other one came later and said, you gave me nothing. He said, you are a dummy. Some are in church blaming their brothers. Thank you, Father. There is a portion. Is recycling in the town, and where is it? If they tell him it's in real estate, the next day it's in real estate. He comes to a new town. How much? What is the volume, daily volume of transaction going on in this city? He wants to know. He wants to know how much of it that accrue to him. He's not a child of God. From today, what is yours will start coming to you. Amen. If you know they difficult. You know they difficult. Oh. Is it not true? Yes, sir. And finally, about one more point to go to the final one. Wealth is not a mystery. It is simple. It's not difficult. It's not meant for a few. It's meant for everybody. It's not difficult. It's only there for those who took time to study the laws governing wealth and adhere to it. If there is time, I'll tell us the laws of wealth. There's no time. It will be for another time. There are laws governing wealth. Once you know that law, nobody was born with it. Everybody learned it. Everybody came into the world blank, ignorant. Those who don't want to fail, learn it. Well, number 6 is wealth cannot be wasted. If the owners don't take it, the slaves and servants will have to take it because it cannot be wasted. If Christians refuse to own it, unbelievers have to own it. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 7. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes do what? Princes do what? He said, can you give me verse 6? Verse 6. Fully is set on great things, and he said he has seen evil and the rich sit low in low places. I've seen servants on horses and the owners of the city. But today that evil is being undone. Amen. In Galatians chapter 4 verse 1, Galatians chapter 4 verse 1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, that is, he lacks the capacity to receive and retain. Well, he's a child. He lacks the capacity to attract, retain. Well, the heir, as long as he's a child, different nothing from a servant, though he be the Lord of all. Wealth can be wasted if the owners don't develop the skill, the wisdom to attract and own it. The slave and servant will do what? We own it. I watched the richest man in Nigeria, who is not born again, talking about how to become the wealthiest man somewhere in Dubai. I watched it. And when he talked about, when he spoke, the Holy Ghost told me, he said, look at a wise, smart dog. A wise, smart dog. Feeding from under the children's table. And is fatter than children sitting on the table. A smart dog went under the table of children, feeding on what is falling, and he's now what? He's now better than the children who are sitting on the table, talking tongues, doing religion. Then things are falling from the same table on which they are talking tongues, and somebody is under who is not talking tongues. I decree today, supernatural wisdom, supernatural ability to sight, to know, to see what is yours, and to take appropriate, relevant action. You don't deserve what you deserve. You deserve what you demand with appropriate action. Wealth can never be wasted. If the owners are too religious to own it, it can be wasted. There are a few misconceptions. Money is evil. He didn't say it's evil. He said those who trusting in it is evil. You can have it without trusting in it. Mark chapter 10 verse 24. Money is for a few. Every family, God raises somebody so that other people will always want to bow to him. There is, in my extended family, there's a one very wealthy guy who is not born again. Everybody go to him. I don't go there. I don't call him. Everybody is shocked. I don't call him. I don't go near him. When I saw everybody going towards him, I avoided him. Why? I'm aware that everybody is wealthy. He may have known it earlier than me. But I have my own that no unbeliever can compare with. Then the guy began to look for me. You know, when you ignore big people, they start looking for you. Money is for a few. Romans chapter 10 verse 12. The same God over all is rich unto all. The same God over all is rich unto all. So it's not for a few. Finally, in misconception and points, some say you can't serve God and money. Moses told us we can't serve God without money. Exodus 10 where we read. Finally, on misconception and points on your wealthiness, wealth is not difficult. It is very simple. That's why I want to rest my case. Then I tell us what exactly. Wealth is not difficult. So it's not a mystery. It's not diabolic. It's not satanic. It's not high technology. That is only few people can study it. It is for everybody who first of all have an idea that they have a portion. You are a stakeholder in Project Nigeria. You are a stakeholder. Don't look away. If you have nothing to do here, you be in your village. Everybody in Abuja is a representative of his constituency. Don't fail them. Anybody that can stay in Abuja is what? He's a senator, a house of rep of a sort. That's why they call you, they don't care. I need 50,000. You don't have house, they are calling you for 100,000. What brought you to the city, federal capital? We sent you there. That means the port is back and you can't bring our own. Yes. That's why you are there. Yes. From today, you will no more be a spectator. I say, God didn't bring you to watch. Even where they watch football, once in a while, spectators jump into the field. Even where they watch football, once in a while, in the time of excitement, some spectators will jump into the field. You didn't come to this town to watch. To watch how skyscrapers are built. God brought you here to understand how it is done so that you can start doing it. From today, that grace. I am so passionate because I have pushed wheelbarrow. If you don't know, you know wheelbarrow that they used to push. I've sold chop and chop to what pure water I've sold. But he didn't take he didn't give you any negative mentality or inferiority. There is a passage and not pass and sins. Your word is coming. Amen. You are hearing about it because you are the next in line. This between now and the end of this year, the first chunk of it will come. Then it will make next year to be very comfortable. What do I do? What to practically do? Ephesians chapter 4 verse 28. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 28. Practical steps to worldliness. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands. Did he say working in the office? No. Did he say working in federal government? No. Did he say working in PAPSEC? Did he say working in NBC? No. He said working in. People just complicate things for themselves for nothing. Working with his hands. Let him steal no more, working with his hands, that thing which is good, not fraudulent work. Legitimate work. He didn't say the quality of the work or the size of the work. Let it be work called. 20 years ago, I didn't have a job, and I was a bachelor of electrical electronics engineering. You know what I did? I entered a laborer site in this town and carried concrete. I carried 22 years ago or so. I carried concrete on my head. Maybe that will correct the head. Maybe that is what corrected the head. Let him walk with what? His hands, not stealing, not bad work, good work. Years ago, I said the site was annoying, it's too dirty. I got a job of 7,000 naira. 20 years ago, 7,000 naira. But today, 7 million in a month is not a testimony, it's an annoyance. Permanent, regular is an annoyance. It's not a walk. Walk is a covenant. He that lazy should lazy no more. He that idle should idle no more. He that ignore should ignore no more. He that is not serious with what he's doing should become serious. Doing what? Working with his hands, that he may have what to give. You don't work to become wealthy. You work to give. Then you receive from your giving to become wealthy. People think they walk. Say they walk like Jackie. Walk. Can you sabi walk? I got my first million from working 7,000. I will carry title 7,000. How much is it? 700. I said, God, I have given enough to receive 1 million. I have given enough. Not I've worked enough. I what? I'm not patient though. If you see my prayer, I'm not patient. Because if you are too patient, you become a patient in the hospital. Yes. Lord, I paid 7,000 in 6 months. Where is the breakthrough? 700. I'm working. And I'm giving. Yes. He didn't say to give plenty. Give, say Then if you want to be wealthy, never be idle. Never. See, from the experience I had in the site as a laborer, later on I became an electrician because I studied electrical engineering. After carrying concrete for a while, when I started the site, I became what? Electrician. After electrician, I became an engineer, electrical engineer on site. After some time, do you know what I did? I floated and electrical mechanical consulting firm. Is to start from he that steal or lazy or idle or whatever. What you are doing is not as important as your seriousness with what you are doing. Your worthiness is in what you are doing. The first law of wealth is recognition. That's the first law of wealth. Recognition and attraction. Many don't recognize their wealth in what they are doing correctly. They don't recognize their wealth in their tithes and offering. They don't recognize their wealth in their service to God. And you can't get what you don't recognize. You can't practice. He that, so anybody will not walk in is ready to be. Singing is work, if you don't know. Yes. Father, I've been singing to you, and your presence comes when people sing, and your presence leads to physical expression, physical equivalence. Cain left your presence and built a city. I have to build my own from my singing. Genesis chapter 4 verse 10 from verse 15. Cain left the presence of God and built a city. Don't despise work. Then after you walk to give, to have what to give. Then that's the first thing to do. Am I right? Walk. Tell somebody walk. Jesus said, my Father walketh hitherto, and I what? Walk, don't kill. It is idleness that what? Nothing brings productivity like walking. The more you walk, the better the walk becomes. The better skill you develop. By all means, refuse to be idle. Then Luke chapter 6 verse 38, after walking and receiving, you give. Then you do what? Luke chapter 6 verse. Give. You walk to have what to give. Then you give, and it shall be given unto you. You walk to have to give, you give, then you receive. Many give, they don't know how to receive. Many are not wealthy because they don't know how to receive. I can't pay tithe for 1 year. I think I breakthrough. Isaac sold in the land, and he does see what he did. He does it. Tithe, you must bring. You must happen now. You walk to give. You give to receive. Most Christians, their problem is ability to receive from God. Just like children whose parents maybe die or have not enough, and they send them to another family. You know, they are inferior in they are timid. They cannot just come and ask, just like but the children of the house can freely come and ask for anything. Many Christians give to God, but they lack the ability to ask and receive from Him. I'm going to say a few things about receiving, because receiving is so critical. It is impossible for me not to receive in 4 weeks. That month is in trouble. Then in 2 weeks past, you don't come back. Each of them receive from me every Friday. Each of them. You give. The same way I give money to go to market in my house every Friday, I give them money. You are a blessing. Just take pleasure in being a blessing. I said, my father and my mother have died, so they have put them in my hands. So they must feel that somebody put them in my hands. I'm not their senior. But Joseph was not a senior of anybody before he became responsible. Give, then receive. Mark chapter 4 verse 29. Mark chapter 4 verse 29. I decree the release of supernatural ability to receive, to receive, to receive, to receive, to receive that which I have. Give I unto thee that chronic ability to receive. I transfer it right now. There is no 14 days, no 30 days. I don't receive. I graduated from 10,000 to 100,000 to. There is no 30 days. I don't receive money in 7 zeros. No 30 days. Come. I have a chronic ability to respond. I don't give for nothing. Give, then I don't receive. Mark chapter 4 verse 29. But when the fruit is brought forth, immediately, some are not fast, they are not smart to take what is theirs. When the fruit is brought forth, immediately he put forth the sickle, because the harvest is gone. If you are not smart, harvest will be wasted. Harvest come all the time, the people are so sluggish. They are so comfortable with lack. This is the story of a sower. A sower sown a seed. He doesn't know how the harvest will come. He doesn't know what will. But the Bible says the moment, but when the fruit is brought forth, immediately he put forth the sickle. What is the sickle? Angels, go now, go now, go now, go now. 4 corner, Abuja, 4 corner, Abuja. Go and bring it, go and bring it, go and bring it. I prayed, I prayed, I fasted. Go and bring the result. Now, go, don't rest. You walk, you give, you receive. Why? If you don't know how to receive, you become an embarrassment to yourself, your family, to God, and to church. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 5. Immediately the harvest comes, it put forth. Thank you, Father. Supernatural ability. Supernatural ability. Amen. Supernatural ability. Amen. He that gathereth in summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in harvest, the one who when harvest come is not fast, is what? He causeth shame. Why? People would think it is God that is wicked. They wouldn't know that it's the Son of God that was not fast enough. All of us have been in villages. When they plant yam, plant corn, and they don't come to harvest it, don't you have animals who come and feed on it? Most people leave their harvest for demons to feed on, and they become complaining. So you sow, you walk, you give. Nobody has ever. Then, in one of the ways of receiving is earning. One of the strategy of receiving is earning. I'm not saying walking on earning. Because you become wealthy by earning more. Spending wisely. Investing the balance. No. Saving the balance and investing it. That's how you become wealthy. you earn more, you spend wisely. I'm not saying not spend. Somebody saw the way I give, you say, but you spend a lot. I say, no, compared to what I earn, that is nothing. You earn. Every wealthy man has a minimum 5 streams of income where he earns. I have businesses that I have never been to and I'll never go. But every Friday an alert must appear. Every Friday. Please come and see what is happening. I say there's no need, you are there now. Let me use the time to concentrate on what I'm doing here. Just ensure that the balance is coming. Just continue. Until you are earning without working, you can't be free. You cannot be free. Until your source of earning is more than your source of working. Your working, your direct work, you can't be wealthy. Because in receiving, there is what they call basket, there's what they call store. Store is what once in a while, God, the rain of God fall upon it once in a while. What is a store? A store is what you keep aside as saving that is invested, and then God blows on that investment from time to time. I round up right now. There will be no time for you to talk about the loss of wealth. I just talk about, summarize around earning from your working. Earning from your working. Genesis chapter 41 verse 31. Verse 33 to 34. Genesis chapter 41 verse 33 to 34. Anytime short, I'm going to pray a miracle prayer. And that prayer is that God should show you mercy and give you a breakthrough between now and the end of this year. Amen. So that this lesson you are learning now, you will be practicing it in comfort, not under stress. Genesis chapter 41 verse 33. Now therefore let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise. There is never sufficiency unless there is discretion and wisdom. There can never be sufficiency unless there is discretion and there is wisdom. No matter how much a man earns, if he has no wisdom and discretion, I've seen people from my side of my tribe who served as regional manager of A-rated banks and become broke after 6 months of living the job. I've seen them. And one thing about me, I watch. I say, oh, what did he do? What did he not do? They tell me, I say, oh, I will not do what they want to do. Because you don't need to repeat the same mistake. You don't need to repeat the mistake of somebody with either. You learn from his failure and avoid it. Let Pharaoh look out for wise and discreet men and set him over the land of Egypt. Go to the next verse. And let Pharaoh do this. Look at the secret of wealth now. Let Pharaoh do this. And let him appoint officers over the land and take up the 5th part. Somebody say the 5th part. The 5th part. That is the secret of all wealth. Let him take the 5th part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years. There is a global law. If the 5th part is 20% of your current earning, 5th part, you know, when you buy something by 1/5, it's 20%. Joseph said, take 20% of your current earning, save and invest for 7 years. There is a globally proven law and research that everybody that took 10 to 20% of what they earn and invested for 7 to 14 years, their family from generation to generation left poverty. about 40 or 50 years ago, Singapore was so poor that they were attached to Malaysia. They owed Malaysia so much money, just like we're trying to owe China now, that Malaysia contemplated either annexing them to Malaysia or selling them. They owe them so much. Then they now got a president, Chingwan, you have forgotten the name. Likwan, thank you very much. And he came, he said, there's a law to come out of this poverty. He said what? He said, 5th part. Malaysia, Singapore, I'm telling you the story of Singapore. 5th part. So they made the 5th part a national law. A national law in Singapore. That is, anywhere you are working, government will take 20% from your salary and save for you. Nations are built with wisdom. And you know what they did? If you dare touch it, they put you in jail. They are not taking the money, they are saving it for you. Then after some time, every Singaporean became very wealthy and the nation became very wealthy. And today, Singapore is a first world. It's not how much is earned, it's how much is kept out of what is earned, invested over. It takes 40 years to come out of black forever. 7 to 40 years. Many don't know how to earn from what? Wealth, there is wealth in your current earning. This is the wealth. You say the money I'm earning is not enough. You say I should keep. I should pay tithe, I should give, and I should keep. You were not earning nothing before. Did you die? You were not earning anything before. Did you die? How come what you are earning suddenly became not enough? In your office, there are people earning half of your salary. Their families are bigger than your family. Did they die? Let me tell you, human needs is elastic. It stretches to fill up the amount of money that comes. It's elastic. That's why when you were earning 100,000, your needs fell around 100,000. When you started earning 200, it stretched to 200. When you start earning 300, you stretch. So you can be earning 300 and tell your brain that you are earning 150. You tell yourself that you are earning 150. Because some of your mates are earning 150. So the balance of 150, you do something with it. That is what I did in the last 20 years. I practiced in the last 20 years.